Oh my God, Ramily, it's happening. Aaron Donald worked out for the Los Angeles Rams today per the NFL transaction wire. I am not joking. This is real. Aaron Donald officially worked out for the Rams today. Woo! Welcome into a brand new episode of the Rams Report presented by Prize Picks. And man, does this feel good. I have not been able to wipe the smile off my face since this news broke. Adam Schefter came through with the tweet. I hadn't gotten a chance to look at the wire since it had come out, but Schefter beat me to it and gave me the only news I care about. The only news anybody cares about from today's wire, and I could say that having not even looked at a single other piece of information on it, Aaron Donald worked out for the Rams. Let me just say that one more time so it really sinks in for you, because guys, this is real. This is real life. Pinch yourself, you're not dreaming. Aaron Donald is this close to officially coming back. Adam Schefter had a follow-up tweet on it. He said Aaron Donald wanted to do a workout in a football helmet. And even though he did not wear pads during it, he used Rams team equipment at their facility during training camp, requiring them to report his activity to the NFL. So he didn't participate in actual practice. The Rams have not practiced yet at the time that we are filming this video or at the time that this news was reported. It was around 2 o'clock Central Time. So closer to noon Pacific time. So the Rams, they don't hit the practice field until 4 p.m. Pacific time today. So they're still a long way from that. So he did not officially practice with the Rams today, but he did work out at the Rams facility. He did want to get a football helmet and pads on. And remember, we know this isn't the first time he's worked out at the Rams practice facility. We know he did that already because TMZ leaked the photos of him working out at the Rams practice facility just a couple of weeks ago. Guys, I'm telling you, this news is just around the corner. I can feel it in my bones. I can feel it in my bones. I know it's coming, guys. I think you do too. I think everybody does. I think even non-Rams fans right now are seeing this news, and if they didn't already believe, if they didn't already know that Aaron Donald was coming back, because I think we kind of knew that Aaron Donald was coming back. There's been too many signs, right? He's not a guy that plays around the way that you would have to be for him to not be seriously intending to return and putting out all of the signals that he's put out. But when news like this breaks, it's not just Rams fans that are taking notice. It's the entire NFL. And guys, for lack of a better word, they're pissing themselves hearing this news. They absolutely are. And they should be. And Rams fans, man, it's time to get fired up. Guys, if you can't tell, I am on cloud 9 right now. And if you are half as juiced as I am off this news, then drop a like on today's video. Because, man, we need this news to get out to as many Rams fans as possible. And I want it to get out to non-Rams fans as well. I want them to be scared. I want as many people watching the NFL right now to know that Aaron Donald is right around the corner of coming back. And again, we've talked about this over and over again, guys. Aaron Donald is not going to come back unless Aaron Donald believes that he can be the kind of impact maker that he has been in his career. And we're going to talk about the timeline that I expect him to return on and the impact that I expect him to have coming up in just 1 minute on today's show, guys. I'm fired up to do it. But before we get to that, we've got to give a shout out to the sponsor of today's video, America's #1 sports picks app, and the good people over at Prize Picks. Guys, if you've ever tuned into anything Chat Sports or the Rams Report in the past, then I know you know all about America's #1 sports picks app. But if this is your first time tuning in with us or you've just never heard of Prize Picks, there's no easier way to play daily fantasy sports, guys. All you have to do is pick more or less on a few player stats, lock in your lineup, and cash in on some of the sports action you're probably already tuning into, guys. Whether you're going for some season-long projections on professional or college football, the WNBA is on there as well. They've got all sorts of options for you. And with the social feeds feature, you can share Prize Picks with your friends and copy lineups with a single click. That includes me, guys. My profile is Jackson Durham, at Jackson Durham, just my first and last name. And you guys can see all of my latest lineups on Prize Picks, including this one that I've got going. 5 to win, $3.95 on this one. We've got a whole bunch of mores. We're rolling with the less on Fernando Mendoza's starts. So you guys can tail that lineup. You can fade that lineup. Whatever you do, just do it with our friends over at Prize Picks. And if you're a brand new user, make sure you take advantage of the new user offer. When you play your first $5 lineup, you'll get $150 in lineups if you win. Just use code HMA when you sign up. That's right. Prize Picks just switched up their offer, so there's no better time to join. Lock in and win that first lineup. That's code HMA at sign up to get $150 in bonus lineups if you win your first $5 lineup. Thank you to Prize Picks for sponsoring today's video. We always appreciate them. Let's return to Aaron Donald. Because look, like I was saying before we gave our shout out to Prize Picks, Donald will not return. It goes against the principle of who he is. And everything we've heard about him in the lead up to this, and the way he's making this decision to return if he does not feel that he can be the kind of impact maker that holds to his legacy, that holds up the legacy that Aaron Donald built. And we all know what that means. That means not just coming out there and making an impact on the game, but being the kind of unbelievable presence that he was throughout his career. And guys, I think one of the things that really excites Aaron Donald about returning right now, outside of, obviously the opportunity to win a Super Bowl is cool. That's huge. That's neat. That's awesome. But Aaron Donald has won a Super Bowl before. Aaron Donald already did that. He did that in 2021. He checked that off his list of things to do in the NFL. He's won multiple Defensive Player of the Year awards. He's tied for the lead of all-time Defensive Player of the Year awards. But what has he not done? Have a season where nobody could double team him. Think about it. You are asking defense or offensive lines to account for Myles Garrett, Kobe Turner, Byron Young, and one of Poona Ford, Braden Fisk, or Kobe Turner, plus Aaron Donald at all times. Good luck. Good luck with that. And who are you double teaming? Are you double teaming Myles Garrett? Probably. You probably want to do that. Are you double teaming Byron Young off the other side? If he's who I think he can be this season, you might think about doing that too. Are you double teaming? You can't double team everybody. There's not enough guys. You cannot account for this Rams defensive line in a meaningful way. You are always going to fall short somewhere if you bring back Aaron Donald. Hell, it might already be that way if Byron Young and Kobe Turner are going to be who I think they can be this season. Guys, it's unbelievable. It's a unit that has offensive coordinators around the country awake at night. They can't sleep thinking about playing this team. I guarantee you, Kyle Shanahan right now is scared to death thinking about week one. Brock Purdy is scared to death thinking about week one. Guys, and that should get everybody fired up. That should get everybody fired up. Man, is this fun. Man, is this team so fun. But let's talk about timeline. I want to tell you guys what I expect and when I expect to hear more news around Aaron Donald and why I expect that timeline to be that timeline. 3 reasons why I expect that Aaron Donald's return will likely be announced early next week. And by early next week, I mean Monday to Wednesday, I think is the highest alert timeline for official announcement. Hey, he's back, everybody. Here's the news. Reason number one, McVay's comments. McVay made it clear that we will not know more about Aaron Donald and his return until the Rams return to the Woodland Hills practice facility. Now, that won't happen until Saturday. The Rams have a day off on Friday, and then they will be back in action on August 8th at Woodland Hills at their normal practice facility. So there you go. That's the first reason why. Saturday opens the timeline for Aaron Donald news, in my opinion. So that first pretty logical reason. We know it can't be until Saturday. But then our tail end of the timeline for me comes from the first preseason. Kansas City Chiefs on August 15th. So that's next Saturday. So it's kind of two Saturdays blocking each other because I truly feel that Aaron Donald will be on this roster by the time we play our first preseason game. I think that news will be sorted then. And again, that goes back to some other comments that McVay has made about timelines, them having dates that they've agreed on that he won't share publicly, but him kind of knowing when he expects Aaron Donald to return and being very comfortable with that. I do think that's going to be before the Rams take the field against the Kansas City Chiefs. And then lastly, today's workout. I already felt this way before. I put a short out about it yesterday, talking about the timeline that I expect. But today's workout affirmed this, in my opinion. I am almost 100% confident that Aaron Donald's return will be announced next week, and I am 100% confident that Aaron Donald is coming back. It's very clear that we are very close to getting this announced. Guys, every Rams fan should be on the edge of their seats in the next coming days. This is very, very, very exciting times to be a fan of this football team. It's a super exciting time to be getting to cover it for you guys. I am having an absolute blast, if you cannot tell, and I cannot wait to celebrate this news with you guys. We will be live when the news breaks. There's nobody and no group of people I would rather celebrate the Aaron Donald return news with than you guys here on the Rams Report. You've helped us build such an awesome community over the last couple of months, a lot of which has been around reporting on this news. And what better way for it to kind of culminate than a huge party right before the season? I think that's exactly what we're leading to next week. I want you to be there. So hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss it. You are cordially invited to our Aaron Donald return party here on the channel. We will be live. We will be going crazy. Don't miss a minute.